Hello all, welcome. We're excited to be part of Ivory Innovation's Hack a House Hackathon for 2020. Affordable housing is an extremely prevalent problem, and we aim to do something about it through finance with Atlantis Alpha Funds. We look to unlock previously hidden asset classes, deliver returns, and ultimately better society. We create win-win situations through our partnerships. Working with religious organizations, we access the easements or right to develop on their parking lots and actually sell those in ground leases to at market rate and below market rate developers. We unlock this new land and we're able to really bundle together these assets to de-risk investments within affordable housing. We're also able to achieve CDFI designation to charge a lower rate on our ground leases to make this kind of financing accessible to all parties.
So we do this by pooling capital from investors who really care about the costs. And we're going to use this monetary base to monetize that currently underutilized assets that religious organizations have and creating access to affordable housing developers in locations that are very important. So we're going to do this by developing ground leases for them, creating a diversified revenue base, and also supporting these revenue with advisory services that we provide to developers. And we've developed a feasibility analysis by looking at a case study in the East Palo Alto Community Church. This church has a parking lot of 0.6 acres that can support the development of 40 units. And what's very important to see here is that based on the pro forma analysis that we built, this development can support rent levels at 30% of area median income. So it's very important to see for us that this is actually feasible in real life. And this is really achieved through a deal economics and risk sharing structure allowed by the creation of Atlantis Alpha Funds. So Atlantis Alpha Funds, through a diversified base of ground lease assets that it has, is really looking at infrastructure returns, which allows us to provide cheap financing to the affordable housing developer in locations that are very urban and allow it to really reach for those opportunistic real estate returns at the 15% level.
So how do we do this? Well, we're going to build up a moat by getting the CDFI designation that allows us to diversify our capital base, get cheaper cost of capital, and gives us access to tax credits like the CRA and new market credits. And why is the time right now to start a new fund? Well, legislation is in progress that's accelerating and bringing new incentives and economics to the strategy, which we haven't underwritten here. Permit streamlining and using more than 50% of parking lot space are currently propositions that are in progress today. And our ultimate goal here is to pass on savings to the end renter through the developer. And we have 5 key ways we're aiming to do that.
And we're really mindful of the long-term and large-scale impact that this can have. We've developed a target city structure looking at 5 cities with a population of 3 million people living below the poverty line. So we're looking to really maximize the impact that this can have and mindful of the community that we're serving here.
Looking at racial equality and inclusion, that's definitely front of mind in our sort of mission. We'll be one of the first real estate funds to actually calculate the impact multiple of money, allowing us to really engage with our LPs at an impact-driven level. Furthermore, our ability to diversify across at-market rate and below-market rate units allows us to really engage in seamless integration between these units and also present a de-risk scenario to invest in affordable housing to our LPs.
And COVID-19 brings risks that weren't there before across the real estate industry, from slower developer interest to developers going direct to owners and working in cities where legislation is still being passed to offer ancillary benefits. But we believe that building up a reputation amongst the supply side and developers, lobbying local agencies, and being a pioneer in using quantitative ways to measure the social impact that we can bring to society will allow us to become the premier fund focused on ground leases for religious organizations and bring access and equality to the housing market in our 5 key markets. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.